Okay, let's dive right into this. Have you ever stood right in the middle of a grocery store beverage aisle and just felt completely overwhelmed? I mean, if you live in the US or Canada, you know exactly what I mean. The choices are literally endless. So today, in this explainer, we're going to cut through the noise and break down the actual, real-world differences between organic beverages and regular drinks, so you know exactly what you're tossing into your cart.
Here is our roadmap for today. We'll start with the beverage aisle dilemma, then defining organic versus regular, followed by the ingredient breakdown, the nutrition reality check, assessing environmental impact, and we'll wrap up with making your smartest choice.
All right, Section 1, the beverage aisle dilemma, navigating the options. We've seen an absolute explosion of beverage choices over the last decade. You know, it's not just soda and juice anymore. Now we've got craft iced coffees, artisanal teas, sparkling flavored waters, and all these functional drinks. But the segment that's just growing like wildfire? That's the organic sector. If you feel dizzy looking at all these options, your confusion is completely validated. The core question we have to ask ourselves today is, what actually separates an organic drink from a regular one? Is it just a fancy label? Or is there fundamentally something different going on inside the bottle?
Moving to Section 2, defining organic versus regular. Let's get our terms straight.
To really grasp this, we need to temporarily strip away all those clever marketing halos and just look at the strict facts. Organic beverages are defined by ingredients produced according to highly regulated agricultural practices. Now, what's really interesting about this is how it applies across the board. We're talking about organic coffee, specialized fruit juices, smoothies, and plant-based milks. When consumers reach for these, they are specifically buying the guarantee that the ingredients were organically grown, meaning that they were produced without certain synthetic pesticides or fertilizers. On the flip side, we have regular drinks. These are beverages produced through conventional manufacturing and agricultural methods. This includes your everyday soft drinks, sports drinks, energy drinks, and conventional juices. And look, let's be totally clear here. Conventional drinks have some massive advantages in the marketplace. They offer an incredibly wide range of flavors, super accessible price points for everyday budgets, and broad universal availability.
Section 3, the ingredient breakdown. What's really inside?
It's time for a direct head-to-head comparison to see what's actually inside the bottle before it gets shipped to your local store. Organic drinks rely strictly on certified grown ingredients, keeping a very tight leash on exactly what goes in. Regular beverages, however, utilize conventionally grown ingredients and have access to a much broader spectrum of approved artificial additives, sweeteners, flavorings, and processing methods. Neither is inherently good or evil, right? But they do represent two completely different manufacturing philosophies.
Section 4, the nutrition reality check. Time for fact versus fiction.
Now brace yourselves, because we're about to tackle the single biggest assumption consumers make about that so-called organic halo. Is organic always healthier? Think about your own assumptions for just a second. When you see a green leaf label or the word organic stamped on a bottle, do you automatically assume it's the better choice for your body? Most of us do, but the truth is a whole lot more complicated.
Breaking down these metrics brilliantly illustrates the reality of the situation. When we evaluate things like sugar content, calories, serving sizes, and added ingredients, the picture gets super clear. An organic fruit beverage can still be absolutely loaded with significant amounts of natural or added sugars. It can still pack a massive calorie count. Just because the sugar came from organically grown cane doesn't mean your body processes those calories any differently. Sugar is sugar.
And that brings us to this absolutely crucial takeaway. Organic certification does not automatically determine nutritional quality. Reading the nutrition label on the back of the bottle remains the single most important step for your physical health, completely regardless of whatever organic status is flaunted on the front. Basically, don't let the marketing distract you from the macros.
Section 5, assessing environmental impact. Let's look beyond the farm.
We know a lot of consumers aren't just choosing organic for personal health. They're specifically choosing it to support eco-conscious food systems. And honestly, on the farm level, organic agricultural practices are fantastic. They champion specific sustainable elements like promoting vital soil health, encouraging natural biodiversity, and practicing responsible resource management. When you buy an organic beverage, you are directly supporting these incredibly positive, earth-friendly farming methods. But yes, organic farming is great for the soil, but true sustainability depends on a much wider picture. You have to consider the whole shebang: packaging, transportation, manufacturing processes, and waste management. Think about it. If your organic juice is packaged in heavy, non-recyclable glass and shipped thousands of miles across the globe, its overall carbon footprint might actually be worse than a conventionally grown drink that was produced and bottled right in your own city.
It is all about looking at the complete picture. Finally, Section 6, Making Your Smartest Choice. We've looked at the definitions, the ingredients, the nutrition, and the environment. So, what does this actually mean for your shopping cart? Let's walk through a super practical 3-step checklist. Step 1. Evaluate nutritional content in sugar. Just flip the bottle over. Step 2. Check the ingredient quality. Are they certified organic or conventional? And does that matter to you? And Step 3. Align this with your personal budget and values. Both organic and regular drinks have a completely valid place depending on your lifestyle goals, your wallet, and your taste preferences. There really is no one-size-fits-all answer here.
But before we wrap up, I have to drop in this grounding fact. While coffee, tea, and all these flavored beverages can absolutely be part of a balanced lifestyle, plain water remains one of the healthiest beverage choices for most individuals. It is the ultimate baseline. It's 0 calories, it's perfectly hydrating, and best of all, it doesn't require any complex label deciphering.
Which leaves me with one final provocative question for you. Based on the label, what's really in the beverage sitting in your fridge right now? Is it organically sourced but secretly packed with sugar? Or maybe it's a conventional drink with a surprisingly great nutritional profile. I challenge you to go check right after this explainer ends. Keep exploring what you consume, keep reading those labels, and keep making choices that work best for you.